just wanted to make a video for all the people who have been asking me questions about basic training, about the Army, about my MOS, and about AIT. So I just want to start off by introducing, like, I joined the Army back in March of 2018. I don't remember exactly the date. It was a long time ago. It's exactly a year ago, I think. Yeah, I've been in the Army for a year. Wow. No, I haven't. That's when I enlisted. But anyways, I got it in June. But anyways, I joined in June. I went to future soldier training before that for like a month and a half because I was still in school. I graduated, left June 12th. I went to MEPS in Sacramento. They shipped me off to South Carolina. I went to reception at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And it was really easy. They issue you your stuff. They take you to all your in-processing briefs, and they get you out of there. No, fuck, sorry. I went to basic training, Bravo Company 213. The shark attack. The shark attack was hilarious. It was like, it's not as hard as you think, you know, they make you put your head down, but you don't really have to. You can look up. They'll scream at you if they're on the bus with you, but for me, they weren't on the bus, so I put my head up. And then once you park, basically, at your company, that's when they start banging on the windows, telling you to get out of the bus. People start tripping off the bus and sliding off. I remember one drill sergeant broke the window to the bus, like, on a kid's head. It was crazy. It was like 2 cycles before me, but like that's the story that the drill sergeants were telling me. And then so basic training after the shark attack is like you'd go do your layout, all of that in processing stuff. You're in the classroom for like a week straight, filling out paperwork and doing like a bunch of in processing. After that, I don't remember much because it's been a while, but you have red phase, white phase, blue phase. I think they're all 3 weeks long. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 3 weeks long. I think blue phase might be 4 weeks. And then you get your phone taken away. You get to call your family after every phase if you pass your PT test, I think, if you don't get in any trouble. The PT test is a test you take to stay in the Army or to get into the Army. The push-up, it's a push-up, sit-up, and a 2-mile run. The standards for a female from 18 to 21 is 19 push-ups, 53 sit-ups, and 53 on your 2-mile run. I can add the other standards because this is the only standard I know off the top of my head because I'm 19, so that's my standards, but I can add the rest. You do PT every morning, you go to chow, and then you go and do basically your class for the day or your activity for the day. We do 3 field training exercises. You do the hammer, the anvil, and the forge. The hammer is like 1 night in the field and you march 2 miles. The anvil was 2 or 3 nights in the field and you march 5 miles. It could change depending on your company or your commander. And then the forge is a bunch of fucking miles, and 3 days in the field, 4 nights? No. 4 days, 3 nights. Yes, 4 days and 3 nights. The forge was pretty easy, honestly, for me, because it wasn't as bad because the other the other ruck marches get you ready for the forge, and it's not that bad, honestly. The only thing that was horrible was the heat. It was humid heat. Fort Jackson heat is like awful. I hate the humidness. I'm from California, so I come from dry heat. Like, we have dry heat and we're always inside, so we don't really, like, we don't deal with the heat. But over here where you have to be outside, you have to be at the range shooting while you're in this heat, it's like horrible. I think that was the worst part of basic. It was the fucking humid heat in Fort Jackson. But the other activities you do, the other training that you do is the Victory Tower, the gas chamber. You do, there's like small obstacle courses that you do. There's training, there's like obstacle course is that you have to figure out how to work together like with your team. Like you can't touch the white part of the pole, and you have to get to the top without only using like one plank of wood type stuff. And then you have family day and graduation day. After the forge, after you don your ugly ass black beret. Sorry for anybody who's not airborne, but that beret is so ugly. I'm so glad I don't have to ever wear it again. Then, after basic training, I went to AOC, which is Airborne Orientation Course. Oh yeah, my MOS is a 92 Romeo, which is a parachute rigger. I pack, rig loads, rig cargo loads, and fix parachutes. We also do malfunctions for the parachutes, and basically all we do is work with the parachutes and work with the airdrop loads. After that, after basic training, I went to AOC since I have to go to airborne school before I go to AIT. So they have to get you ready for airborne school, for the runs at airborne school, because the standards at basic training really aren't shit compared to the standards at airborne school, because the push-ups that your drill sergeants let you do in basic training are ass. Like, seriously, they let you warm up and, like, you know, do ugly ass push-ups and shit, but at airborne you have to do them perfect, chest to the ground, you know, all the way up, like coming up as one unit, all of that. So I had to go to ASC. AOC is supposed to be 3 weeks long, but you can leave on your first week if you pass your PT test with, I think, a 90 or above. They take your phone away. It is at the reception battalion in Fort Jackson. Every Wednesday we ran 3 miles. Every Monday we took a PT test. Okay, sorry, there was a maintenance guy down the hall. I thought he was knocking on my door. Anyways, PT test every Monday, run every Wednesday. You have to pass the runs to be able to leave, or else, like, because of the way that airborne school is set up, you have to pass the runs at airborne school, so they want you to pass the runs at AOC to be ready for airborne school. Then it was 3 miles. It was pretty easy. I passed on my second week of being there. I was there for 3 weeks technically, but the 3rd week was because of a hurricane, so they had to send me early, so I was there for 3 weeks. And they teach you have PT twice a day, and then school or class in that same building, and they teach you like about the parachutes. Basically, they have a training parachute there that you could use. They teach you how to pick it up after you finish jumping and stuff. They basically get you ready for AIT and for airborne school. Next, I went to airborne school. Airborne school was my most favorite thing about the Army. I loved airborne school. It was 3 weeks long. It's in Fort Benning, Georgia. It is amazing. Like, I honestly love it. There's 3 companies, Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. It was fun. I was in Bravo company. My sergeants, we call them Sergeant Airborne. We had to call them that, the black hats. But my sergeants were really the best instructors there. It was funny seeing their reactions to people who couldn't land and all that. But anyways, yeah, you have freedom. Like, the first day that I got there, like, I came straight from AOC where we had no freedom. We couldn't go all off the reception battalion there at all. Like, we went to the PX literally the day before we left to buy like any necessities and stuff like that. But other than that, we had no freedom at all. So it was like weird to me that when we got to airborne school, they were like, yeah, you can change in your civvies, go. We don't need you till Monday. And I'm like, huh? I got there on a Friday, so I was like, huh? I was like, what do you mean we can just go? I was like, are you sure we can change into civvies? They're like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, like, can we go off post? They're like, yes, you can go. Like, we don't need you till Monday. And I was like, excuse me? Say that one more time? I was like, babe, you don't gotta tell me twice. I fucking did. I was like, me and my friend Diaz, my best friend, my comadre, you gonna be watching this, so I love you. But me and her. Anyways, me and Diaz, we dipped out to the mall that same day. Like, we changed into civilians. I got my little backpack on, like, to carry the stuff back from the mall, because I think they would have, like, told us something if we came back with, like, shopping, like, with bags, shopping bags. So I was like, I'll take my backpack, we can put it all in there. We bought hella shit. Like, I bought shoes, I bought pants, and I bought shirts. Because I didn't have any civilian clothes, I threw away my civilian clothes because I didn't want to carry it after basic training, so I just threw it away. But yeah, we went to the mall, and then after that we had in-processing. In-processing was really easy. The males are so dumb, like, especially like the sergeants and stuff. Like, I don't know how they're sergeants sometimes, because they were the ones that made in-processing so long, because they would say, fill out this box, it's 1A. They're like, where do we fill? And I'm like, yes. My company, there was only like 7 females. So the barracks are open barracks, open bay barracks. So we had bunk beds and stuff. I chose a single bed because I didn't want to share with anybody. I think I was the only one with a single bed. Yeah, I was the only one. And then you sleep with NCOs and stuff. Like, they're right around the corner. There's like a little like consolidated area for them. They're like closed in by lockers and stuff. Only they can sleep in there because they're special. But other than that, the barracks are really nice. They're whatever. And then, okay, so after we processed, we started like right away. We go straight into to ground week. Ground week is you do parachute landing falls. They teach you how to do PLFs, which is how to fall when you're gonna fall from the sky. How to land when you're falling from the sky. You do it off the little zip line that they have, a little swing or whatever. It's a zip line, and then you do it off of like a 2-foot wall. It's about this high, and then you do the donning of the harness or donning of the parachute. You learn how to put the whole harness on, leg straps, chest strap, all of that. And then you learn how to size it for your size and your weight or whatever. And then you do the rigging of the ruck. They teach you how to rig your rucksack to attach it to you so you can jump a combat jump. You have to be able to do it, I think, under 10 minutes? 10 minutes. I think. I don't remember. I think it might be 5. Because it does not take that long. I think it might be 5 minutes. But after you rig your ruck, you start doing tower week. Tower week is... No, actually we did the rigging of the ruck test in jump week. So I was wrong with that. That's on the 3rd week, right before you're about to jump, you do it. Because that's when we're in the harness shed. Yeah. Okay, so then you do tower week. You do a little jump off the 34-foot towers that they have. You have to focus on proper exit, and they teach you how to do the difference between Hollywood jump and combat jump, how to jump with your rucksack on you and your weapon thing. Did we have it? Yeah, we had it. They attached the weapon carrier to you. And then honestly, the tower was so fun for me, except for the bruising on your thighs. It really gets you like on your thighs, the harness when you drop, since you're not actually like dropping out and just going, you're dropping and then coming right back up, like you're stuck. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad for me, so I imagine it's really hard for guys, because it was horrible. Like, my thighs were like, it was like if they were chafing because of the harness, the saddle on the harness. It was horrible. And then it was even worse with the combat gear, because I couldn't go up the stairs. I had to like waddle up. There was officers and stuff that were like in my platoon, and they were like, come on, Korea. They were like, you got it, you got it. And I was like, I know I got it. It's just difficult right now. Like, I got it. But yeah, it was fun doing the tower jumps. You do it first by yourself, and then you do mass exit, which is like a group of 4, I think. or 3. 4 or 3. It's 4. And then for the group of 4, they judge you on all 4 people. If one person can't get straight, you have to keep going. You have to keep going until everybody gets it correct. Which that was kind of annoying for other people because their groups were like, they got stuck with people who couldn't do it. My group was really good. Like, we were all straight. We were all really good. And we kept our feet together, you know, when we jumped out. After towers, you do the swing ladder training, which is also in Tower Week. They split it up. The swing ladder, they put you on a platform and you're attached to the harness, and then they drop you. You swing back and forth. They tell you which way you're gonna land. You have to switch your body to properly land in that position, and they drop you. You do a PLF. You have to keep doing that to see. They want you to see if you can do a PLF while you're moving. You know, you like they do rear ones, they do front ones, and they do rear ones a lot. I think I don't remember. No, they do the front ones more. And then you have to focus on keeping your feet and knees together and your head tucked. And that's one thing I was bad at. I never kept my head tucked. So every time that I landed on that stupid pebble pit, the rock pit, I hit my head so hard. Like it was so bad to the point where the senior, the NCOIC of the swing ladder training or of like Airborne school, he was like, of my company and my platoon, he came up to me and he was like, hey, like, you need to start tucking your head in. Like, I see how hard you're hitting your head. Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I know I'm hitting my head hard. I have a little headache, but like, I got it. And he was like, okay, well, just let me know if you need to like do it tomorrow with some other people, and like we can get you out here earlier than everybody else and like get you going. So, cause I see you land right, but you just can't keep your head in. And I was like, okay, well, I got it. I'm pretty sure I got it. After that, I started getting it. I started getting the hang of it, and I finished it. After swing ladder training, it's jump week. Jump week was the most exciting week for me. Just that we sat in the harness shed for so long, and I hated sitting there because you can't sleep. You have this heavy ass parachute on your back, this harness that's tight as shit. You can't go pee. You haven't ate. All you get is a MRE in the morning because you run to the harness shed in the morning. And the harness shed is like two miles away maybe from the company. I was in Bravo, so we were the furthest company from the harness shed. But yeah. One thing about Airborne school is that you run everywhere in your OCPs and your helmet, your ACH. That was like the most annoying part because I had a big ass helmet. My head would wobble to the side and shit as I ran. And like it was hot as shit sometimes too. But yeah. When we went to the harness shed, we would wait for hours to get JMPI and for the aircraft to get there, and for the aircraft to get checked and all of that. You have to do 5 jumps to graduate Airborne school. You have to do at least 1 combat jump and at least 1 night jump, and the rest can be Hollywood. It depends on your company and on the status of the aircraft and the weather. You jump out of a C-130 or a C-17. I luckily got to jump out of both. I think I like the C-1. Yeah, the C-130 jump was my favorite jump. I didn't like the C-17. I don't remember why, but I didn't like that one. The night jump was so fun. That was the last jump we did. I missed it so much. The combat jump for me, it was a day jump, and it was horrible because my ruck didn't come off of me, so I landed with my ruck, and I like face planted on top of my ruck, and it was horrible. And my knees went into the base of the ruck and stuff. It hurt so bad, but I had to suck it up and keep jumping because I wanted to finish jumping so I could graduate. But yeah, then graduation is literally the last, I think it's a Thursday or Friday. I think it might be Thursday. It's different every time because of the schedule that they have and the weather and how much people are jumping and stuff. Because when we were there was another hurricane coming, and so we had like 2 days without training, or like 1 day without training, so it like pushed our schedule off. And then there was 1 day where the aircraft didn't come in, so yeah, it was fucked up. But usually it goes by smoother. Then after you do your 5th jump, the next day you go and you graduate. Graduation is over by the field, by the towers. And you guys will see it. There's like a big Airborne thing there in the background. There's people like jumping off the towers like while you're graduating, so it could come out in the video and stuff. There's people who, for some other people's graduations, people jumped out of a CH-47. I think it was a CH-47. Actually, no, it was a helicopter. And I don't remember what helicopter it was. I'm stupid for that shit, but they jumped out and they jumped into the they landed into the graduation so like they could show everybody like what we did, blah blah. And then everyone leaves like right after. Like literally that day you leave after graduation. Maybe there's some people who stay the night and stuff. I had to stay the night and I left like at 4 in the morning, and that was it. Honestly, Airborne school is so fun. Do not be scared of the stories that people tell you. Everybody has different stories. I was kind of scared of landing, but I landed softly every time because of the fact that I'm light. But I got stuck in the air too. But it's so fun. Like, don't let anybody tell you. If you want to go airborne, go airborne. It is so amazing to be airborne and to be distinguished from everybody else. I don't know. It was fun. After Airborne school, they shipped me over to Fort Lee, Virginia, and here is where I've been for my AIT since October 26th. I started school around November or something. I don't remember when in November, but I've been here for 6 months. I was supposed to only be here for 5, but I got sent earlier than the people that were in my class. So I was here for an extra month before them. So yeah, I've been here for 6 months. Training is supposed to be 16 weeks, but yeah, I was here longer. In Charlie Company 262, Quartermaster Battalion. But basically, these barracks are pretty nice. You share your room with 2 other females, 2 other males if you're a male. There's like 5 floors in our building. We share it with 3 other companies because our company is so small. It's getting bigger now, but it's like so small compared to the other companies we had. We're like with a bunch of fuelers and stuff. And so they're like down the street. Their school is down the street. Ours is like all the way across the post. But yeah, you go 4 weeks without your phone when you first get here. You do a layout. They smoke you to get you scared of like the drill sergeants. I don't know. And then the schedule for here is PT they wake you up at 4:45 for room inspections. Your room has to be clean. Your bed has to be tucked and all of that. Your shoes have to be lined up. You have to sleep. You have to sleep and mop every day, every morning, and then you go out to PT. PT is from 5 a.m. to 6:30. You run every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then you do muscle failure. Well, we do muscle failure every Tuesday and Thursday. The runs, Monday is usually ability group run, which is like based on the time that you run on your 2 mile. Then Wednesday, it's like 30-60s or 60-120s on the track. And then Friday, it's either company runs, battalion runs, or brigade runs. And we have brigade runs every once in a while. They're pretty slow, but they're fun. It's a lot of hype and stuff. But yeah, breakfast chow is after PT. They give you from 6:30 to 7:20 here at Charlie Company to get ready. It's pretty easy to get ready in that time with having 3 people in the room to shower and to get dressed. You just have to do it really fast. You have to get used to taking like 5-minute showers. It's easy if you shower the night before and like wash your hair the night before and stuff, so like you don't have to like really wash your hair like that for that long in the morning after PT. So then you go to breakfast chow. After breakfast chow, you go to school, which is from 8 to like usually 16:30. School for the Romeos is 8 to 6:30. 16:30. They bus us to school since we're all the way across post. While you're at school, you have lunch chow, then you come back to the company, and then you have dinner chow at 17:45 every day. So I guess it's mandatory now. It used to not be mandatory. You didn't have to go eat if you didn't want to eat, but now it's mandatory. After dinner chow, you have personal time till bed checks, like where you could do laundry, you could do, I don't know, study for school. I don't know. You can't really study packing a parachute, but you can do all of that. You can clean your room. And then after bed checks, usually some people do, some drill sergeants do formations outside, but I know Drill Sergeant Knight always does it inside because he doesn't like going outside. He thinks that bed checks in the hallway are easier. You usually line up in alphabetical order. They check your ID card and then you're done. You're good for the rest of the night. And then, so weekdays you can't go anywhere on post. Weekends you can. There's escorted pass, which is when they take you on a bus, drop you off at the PX, at the small PX, pick you up at a certain time. Usually it's like an hour later. You can buy whatever you want. Just don't bring food back into the barracks. Escorted pass is, okay, that was escorted pass. Black pass, you get to go anywhere on post. And then there's gold pass the last 2 weeks that you're here. No, actually the last week now, I guess, that you're here. And you get to go anywhere off post. And I think there's like a certain radius that you can go or whatever, but yeah, there's not really much to do here in Virginia except for the mall, and that mall doesn't have a lot of stores, so it's pretty lame. There's like a tractor museum like right off post if you good. There's people that are into that. There's guys in my class that were, so that's the only reason I'm saying it. But yeah, other than that, okay, so there's gold pass to do on the weekends, or you can just chill out on the PT field. There's gut trucks. To be able to eat from the PT field, from the gut trucks, you have to be able to pass. You have to pass your PT test. You only have 2 PT tests. One when you first get here, and then one when you're about to leave, like 2 weeks before you leave. You have to pass them all, the same standards and stuff. School for riggers is, there's 3 phases. There's aerial delivery, maintenance, and pack. And AD, you do the big extraction parachutes, the big parachutes that you put onto the lows. You do extraction chutes, which are the smaller ones, and you do CDS bundles. You do roses. You do J pads. I don't really know how to explain that, but if you guys want me to, I can make another video explaining it further. The AD phase is 5 weeks long. It's 5 weeks long. After AD, you go over to the pack building and you do maintenance upstairs. At maintenance, they teach you how to sew, how to patch, and how to, like you do like zigzag sewing or whatever to put like 2 pieces of material together, I guess you could say. After maintenance, in maintenance you also do the technical rigor inspections on the parachutes, like once they come in from the manufacturer and stuff, or if like they're really old. Then you do, that's about 6 days, and then you do pack. You go over to pack, you start with the MC6, then you go over to T11 reserve, and then the RA1 reserve, the RA1 main, and then you do DBSL for the RA1, which is packing the reserve and packing the main into another bagging system. It's double bag so that you can attach a static line to it, so you can jump the free fall parachute with a static line if you would want to, I guess. And then you do the T11 main last. After you finish packing all those parachutes, you get ready for graduation, because after the T11 your MO is qualified, so you're done with all schooling. You do graduation practice and you shine your boots. Shine, 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 shine your boots. I would say get them about in your 4th week here and start shining them, because you really want them to be shiny. I started like 3 or 4 days before graduation, so they weren't that shiny. But I'll probably take them somewhere to get shined, so I'm not really worried about it right now. After you're done with all the graduation prep, there's graduation, which was today for me. Like, it was so fun. Like, to know that I'm finally out of here. I've been here for way too long. But yeah, I'm finally done. I'll be going to Fort Bragg, North Carolina tomorrow. I'll probably make a video from there, like once I'm all settled in and stuff. I'll make a video from there about like what happens when you first get there, all the in-processing stuff, the reception that we do too there. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. That's all I've been getting asked. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to let me know. Message me on Instagram, Snapchat, anywhere that you guys follow me on, even on the channel or something. And that's about it. I can show you guys the room. It's a kind of a mess right now because we're packing and stuff to leave. My roommates are out with their families. But okay, so that's her bed. There's three beds to a room. Look. Shit. Okay, so this is the door. You have a little peephole so you can see outside. Hold on. It's dark outside because there's nobody here. You have your little mirror. I have a little like area for all your shit. These are always empty because they don't fucking put shit in here. You have under the sink area. You have your locker. Mine is empty, as you can see, my uniform. Usually they show you how to set it up. They have posters on the wall and stuff. Mine is really empty right now. As you can see, these things suck. Like, that broke off like 2 cycles ago. You have 3 lockers for all of your roommates. There's a big mirror, which helps a lot when you're trying to all do your hair. This is the bathroom. You have your own little shower. You have to buy shower curtains because the ones that they give you suck. There's a toilet. There's 2 little racks for towels. And then you have, oh, excuse my food, I'm gonna cover that. You have your own little desk. You have personal drawers. Another desk for your roommate if they want to use it. And see, look, bed, and bed. Then you also have these drawers, which have like your socks, your shirts, and like, I think your other uniform, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a mess in here because like, we're ready to empty it out already. But yeah, that's pretty much it.